Hello YouTube, it's Keith, Kevin, Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today is Monday. Monday. I'm trying my best to get over this whole Mondays thing. I'm too old for this. But Mondays do kick my butt. I think the biggest thing is I love Sundays. Love them. And they're so split in half. Half of it is peaceful, beautiful, wonderful, chilling out, getting things done. The other half is, oh, I got to go to work. Do I have anything I have to prepare for? Anyway, it's Monday. It's November 14th, 2016. Let's hope that I can get you at least feeling good with a good pocket dump deconstruction. We're going light today, but I'm loving this carry. You're going to start seeing a lot of pocket dumps with some special Spydercos because they've been stuck in this crowded Pelican case 1600. And now that I'm digging through to put together our Spyderco Palooza collection of videos, I'm finding all these knives. By the way, we're celebrating the fact that we reached 1,000 subscribers with a series of videos going through my entire Spyderco collection. Check it out. We have a total of 4 videos on the site, so go check it out right here. There's a playlist that's available called Spyderco Palooza. Thank you. Um, and we've got a lot more videos to go while we go through all the Spydercos, the folding knives, as well as the fixed knives. We're going to end with the newest of the new Spydercos, but we have a lot of classics and a lot of interesting knives coming up. So hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell, even if you're already subscribed, next to the subscription button, so you're notified when I post these videos, because they're going to be coming fast and furious. Go check out the ones you haven't checked out already. But now let's talk about the pocket dump deconstruction. What you see is what I'm filling my pockets with on this workday Monday. I took a bunch of pictures, and I'm going to post them on Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. Come join the feed. Around noonish, 1ish, or 2ish. I turned my iPhone 6S Plus from photo to video, and now it's time for this pocket dump deconstruction. On Monday, and I'm discovering little patterns myself. Usually on Monday, I will go with my Rolex, my thin Rolex. It just says, it's time to join the rat race, Kevin. Time for work. It's a thin Rolex Precision, a vintage Rolex. I really like this. Just manually, you wind it up. It looks classy and good. It's light on the wrist. It can go anywhere. Oh, man. You know, I really love Monte Cristos. One of my first cigars, there are 2 cigars that I really wanted, and that's in the 80s when I started smoking cigars. You know, the ultimate cigar. The ultimate cigar was the Cohiba. Everyone talked about the Cohiba. And then the Monte Cristo. I had a chance to go to the Bahamas to do some gambling. When I first started consulting on my own, I said, I'm treating myself. And had a great time. And every time I would win, I'd go to the Cuban cigar joint and buy Cuban cigars. Monte Cristo is one of my favorites. This is one of the newer kind of brands. This is Monte Cristo, the Open series. This is the Regatta Open. They have a whole lot of cigars. I have Regattas and I have Masters, but there really are a lot of cigars. My Shone pen, you guys know how much I love the Shone pen. We're going titanium today. There's a lot of titanium in my pocket today. The funny thing is, there's a lot of titanium in my pocket, but it's very light. This is probably the heaviest titanium item in my pocket. It's the Shone pen, and that's not that heavy. I figured Monte Cristo, my Shom pen, just classic stuff. So I'll do just a classic blended scotch. Um, One of my thin Mont Blanc wallets. Talk about classic. In 1986, the U.S. decided to get into this whole silver coin business, 1 ounce silver coin business. Canada had been around, Australia had been doing things. And so in 1986, we introduced the Silver Eagle, the 1 ounce Silver Eagle. This right here is the newest. It's the 2016 Silver Eagle proof. I've been collecting the Silver Eagles ever since, well, not ever since 2016. I didn't start, 1986. I said 1986, right? That's when it started. I wasn't collecting in 1986, but I have collected all of the silver coins from 1986, the special sets, etc., for my kids. It's the U.S. 1 ounce silver coin. You guys know I carry a silver coin in my pocket all the time. I grew up with a mother and father, mother and father, but my grandfather was a special guy on my father's side. Big hunter, big gun guy, had a bunch of guns. 4th of July was unbelievable. It's the day after the 4th of July, the day after New Year's, when we go out and pick up all of the spent bullet casings and everything, shotgun casings. Just a great guy. Always had a pocket full of silver dollars, and so that brings a lot of memories to me. We don't have silver dollars anymore, but we do have some silver, so I always carry a 1 ounce silver dollar from around the world for good luck. Someone asked me, do I really believe in good luck? Yep. But really, it's a tribute to my grandfather and the good times. Well, as you get older, you remember those good times. Let's talk about the knives. This is just a nice carry for me. I love it on a Monday. I'm going to have enough things at work in the rat race making money to buy knives and cigars, good cigars, that I don't want my full pockets holding me back. But I still want my 3 knives. I want a keychain knife, a medium knife, and a larger knife. And this is my carry. The Spyderco Balance. What a wonderful knife. One of my favorite knife makers and collaborators with Spyderco is Ed Shimp. As we go through this Spyderco Palooza, why did I name something I can never pronounce? That's just me. As we go through that series of videos, and check them out, as we go through the series of videos, you're going to hear Ed Shimp a lot. You're going to hear it when we go through a number of special knives, the shape of them, the quality of them. Well, this is an Ed Shimp. There'll be small ones, huge ones, medium-sized one. What a wonderful collaborator with Spyderco. This is an Ed Shimp collector item. I think it was like 2 years ago. It's called the Spyderco Balance. It's called Spyderco Balance because, see, closed. It has that real nice balance to it. Has a little clip. That's the Ed Shimp logo. You'll see that a lot as I go through my collection. I love these small knives. You guys heard me say that. I think Spyderco does small knives so well. This one, you could put the clip 4 different places, left, right, tip up, tip down. But it's so small, you don't even need to clip it somewhere unless you have, that small pocket in your jeans or somewhere. For me, I just put it on my keychain. I have a silver loop and 3 keys, and that's it. And I always put a little knife on it. It just makes it special. Look at that choil on a little freaking knife like this so that it can fit fat fingers like mine. Just a nice grip. No jimping or anything. You're not going to chop down a tree. You've got a good grip, especially with that real nice frame lock. Can you imagine a small little frame lock on a little knife like this that works so wonderfully well? That Spyderco hole, It's hard enough for me to move my hands, let alone open up a small knife like this. But I love that choil look. That's why it has that look like this. A lot of the knives from Ed Shimp have these angles with the blade, and the reason is it gives you good control. It like, when you hold it, you have your elbow positioned right to do some damage. Just a really nice knife. Yeah. The entire blade is 1.9 inches. It's VG10 steel, all stainless, of course, for the makeup of the handle. This is a real nice knife. It's the Spyderco Balance. They have a Spyderco Balance with carbon fiber. I see it pop up so much, carbon fiber. I want it so bad, but it is so freaking expensive. Every time I see one in great condition, it's just, I look at it and go, man, I can get it in Cosi for that price. So I pass it up. But there is one out there. One day I hope to get it. My medium knife, man, oh man, unsung and not carried enough by me. I'll tell you. Gail Bradley, we all know the Spyderco Gail Bradley and the Gail Bradley 2. But Gail Bradley also put together this really nice, light gentleman's folder for Spyderco. It's called the Air, the Spyderco Air, and it feels like air. It's so freaking nice and light. The handles are really nice. It's glass fiber with a laminate. Unlike when you get, for instance, the Decision, where you have the glass fibers and the Decision pattern, and then you have this real fiberglass or plexiglass or some smooth, super smooth surface over it. This, you can feel the fibers. They don't stick out or anything. I think that's where the laminate comes in to keep it down, but you can feel it, so it gives you a little bit of a grip. This does not come with a pocket clip. And you know what? I mean, it's nice and light. It's a wonderful gentleman's folder. If you only carry one knife, that's fine. Just drop it in your pocketbook or in your pocket. Of course, you guys know I have gobs of these. I always put this in one of my one of my Chris Reeve. I've got Spyderco on the mind because I keep doing those videos right before going to bed. The Chris Reeve sheath, leather sheath. But man, it's such a beautiful knife. That big accessible Spidey hole makes it easy to come in. You heard the click. Just a beautiful knife from Gail Bradley. Oh, and of course, Gail Bradley with the Air continued his use of CPM M4 steel. M4 steel, just a wonderful steel. Retention, holds retention, is strong, but you have to take care of it. It is not a stainless steel, so it will rust on you if you're not taking care of it. That's the first CPM M4 knife that I remember coming from Spyderco, and that's the Gail Bradley. And then this came out still CPM M4, and then of course the Gail Bradley 2 came out this year, and it has CPM M4. Wonderful. That is the Spyderco Air by Gail Bradley. So different from his bigger knife, but man, it is one of my favorites, and I haven't carried it in a long time. See-through construction, titanium liners, just super light. And then of course it's the original Chris Reeve TiLock. I like when a master knife maker, and I'm calling Chris Reeve a master knife maker. I love his stuff. Hey, I have 61 or 62 of his knives, so you know I really like it. But if you're used to a Chris Reeve Sabenza or a Chris Reeve Umnumzun or now a Chris Reeve Nkosi or even a Chris Reeve Manundi, this is none of the above. It's the TiLock. Chris Reeve, this is the original. Chris Reeve has now done 3 different TiLocks. I have the first and the third one. The most recent is the Elemental. that you can check out on my channel on one of the many on the playlist and one of our many daily pocket dump deconstruction. I say daily, it rolls off the tongue, but listen, every single day, every single day. Have you committed to anything every single day without a day off? Well, I have, and that's bringing good knives to you guys in the pocket dump deconstruction. Here you have it. This is the TiLock. What a creation. And how did Chris Reeve stretch so much in this design? Well, he teamed up with two of his friends, Grant and Gavin Hawk. And let me tell you, those are two of the most creative knife makers around. And together, the three came up with the TiLock. Titanium, this blue right here is titanium, and that is the lock. First thing they wanted to do is get everything as much as they could outside of the knife, so you can see through the knife. Nothing's there, right? You see the lock bar right there, but the lock is this right here. And what you do is you release it. I open it with one hand by pinching and lifting. It has a great detent though. And then you can see right here, you see the studs right here off of this titanium thing right here. Goes around, and when it gets engaged with the lock bar, those two things really click in hard as well into the sockets. And you have the TiLock lock. It's a pretty strong lock too. Very good. I haven't chopped on trees with it. Very good. With the holes and this see-through construction, this is a very light knife. It looks pretty, very nice knife, and that lock is very secure. So it's pretty and useful. It's the Chris Reeve TiLock 3.25 inch blade, S35 VN steel. You guys know that's how Chris Reeve is rocking these days. S35 VN steel. That clip, that raw titanium on the other ones. I love that it's stonewashed all the way through too. I love that because it hides any kind of dinks and dings. The Chris Reeve TiLock with Grant and Gavin Hawk. Look at this. It feels so good in the hand with that forward choil right here. And just a wonderful knife. And it's so light. Again, I've seen people close it with one hand. I don't. And I'm not. There's a lot of things I'll do, but rehearsing how to open and close a knife ain't on my agenda. But, oh man, what a beautiful knife. I'm happy I have two of them. At some point, I'll get the third one. I'll tell you though, these cost more than Sabinza's. My guess is because they don't produce as many of these as they do Sabinza's. I love the Elemento. The middle one, I'm not that thrilled of, but I do want a set. And I don't know how many years he'll be releasing a new one, but so far he introduced this TiLock, and the next 2 years, including this year, he introduced a new version. So this might be an ongoing series, and I want to get in on that. That, my friends, that's my carry. What a light carry. You'll be able to see pictures of this on my Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken around noonish, 1ish, 2ish, whenever I get a chance around lunchtime. Come join the feed. Thumb this up. Go crazy on the thumb ups. Let me know if you've tried to commit to something every single day. Even something you love, you know some days it's tough to get started. And on a Monday, after you recorded a couple of videos late last night and put them up, it was a little hard. I was about ready to just grab a couple of Chris Reeve knives and run out. But instead, I said, hold on. We do this every single day. This is part of who I am. I want to talk to these guys about the knives. So I took some time to do this. And this is my carry. Of course, there's a knife that got away. Yeah. You know, when you go to sleep after doing a Spyderco video, when you do that, you come across all these Spydercos. This is one of my newest Spydercos. It's the Spyderco Ouroboros. It's brand new this year, 2016. And what a nice, wonderful knife. I was going to carry it, but I decided to go instead with the Air. Yes, it has a funky design, doesn't it? Ouroboros really is the name of this symbol in Greek mythology or ancient Greek lore. Or really, it was just an ancient Greek symbol, okay, of a serpent eating its own tail. So you can kind of see that when it's closed. Oh, funky blade, right? 2.8-inch blade, but man, your thumb fits right here on the choil. And then it just fits real nice right here. It almost reminds me of a Spyderco Junior, a knife that a lot of people don't remember. You'll see it as we go through the collection, but man, it's just really nice. Black G10, little grippy, not too grippy. Look at that blade, perfect for EDC. It's almost like a Spyderco leaf blade, and I love that extended belly, especially when you're talking about EDC. It's so light because there's not a lot to it. Of course, when it comes in this thin, there's not a lot of locks you can use for it. Spyderco decided to choose, yes sir, their own compression lock. So add this to the series of knives with compression locks. Of course, that starts with the Paramilitary 2. They released this. They released a number of knives with the compression lock this year. This is the Ouroboros. I really like it. And look, they got my clip, a little smaller too. It's just a nice, light knife. It's not that expensive. You've got that strong, wonderful compression lock, Spyderco compression lock. And yes, it's a big, wide blade, but because of how the handle is, it really comes in a nice thin package for the pocket too. That's the knife that got away. I chose to go with the Air instead. It's a Monday, it's a work day. There you have it, folks. Don't forget to thumb it up, share it, let people know that we're out there. Hit that subscribe button. Yes, we raised 1,000. We have 1,000 subscribers, and that's why we're doing all of these Spyderco. We're going through my entire Spyderco collection. Hundreds of knives, a lot of classics, a lot of knives you may not have known exist from Spyderco. But now we're on to 2,000 subscribers. Once we hit that, we're going to go through the third largest collection I have, and that's Browse blades. We're going to do all my custom knives. I have a new one, by the way, that you'll see tomorrow. We'll also go through the Striders, the Hinderers, and I have a big collection of case knives that I don't carry as much as I should. So we'll go through all of those, and I'll give away 2 large Spyderco knives, one of which will be a Sprint Run limited edition knife that I know you'll enjoy. That's it, you guys. You have a perfect day. I mean, seriously, I say that and it starts like a theme, but man, I'm so sincere about that. You have a perfect day. I know how hard it is to find a perfect day, especially on a Monday. If you're watching this on a Monday, I know a lot of you are watching it on other days, but just have a perfect day. I mean that. Keep your pockets full. Spend just a little time for yourself. Don't be like me. Don't regret the fact that you didn't spend a little time. That's why now I always have a cigar, because at the end of the day, with all the technology off, the only thing I have entertaining me is my mind and a nice cigar. So you'd be surprised what you can do with just some thought. So you guys find some time, a little time. Doesn't have to be as long as smoking a cigar. Just a little time just for yourself. You guys have a perfect one. Goodbye.